Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. I think the children can be dismissed at the moment. We are so proud of our youth, and we are so proud of all the mothers and the aunts in this church. Help them grow up together, and it's such a wonderful thing to witness. And today, we're going to use this opportunity to celebrate God, celebrate mother's love through God. And Mother's Day is actually the most celebrated day in a year. There are 62% of dining out happening in Mother's Day. It's the highest. It's way more than any other days. Christmas, Thanksgiving, they probably celebrate at home, but Mother's Day, everybody take mothers out. That's and also 25% of the flowers in this nation was sold for Mother's Day. Okay, that's give you a perspective how we treasure, how we value Mother's Day. And I will give you Father's Day statistic in 3 weeks. Okay, but why the mothers are so special in our lives? Why are they so special in our lives? Actually, in every child's life, we have been a child. No matter you're already 90 years old, you also have a mother. But mothers are very special to our lives because somehow they are having this divine thing that's different, than other people. They have something special from God. Okay, and we're going to use the passage, a couple passages in Isaiah to look into that. So we're going to use Isaiah 66. It's talking about Jerusalem. Jerusalem is actually Jerusalem, is a symbol of a mother. Okay, in Galatians 4, talked about Jerusalem. Jerusalem is free. Jerusalem is our mother. Specifically say Jerusalem is a mother. So when the Lord used prophet Isaiah talk about Jerusalem, he's talking about mom. Okay, he's talking about it's like how the mom would treat the children. And so for verse 11, talk about you will nurse and satisfy at her comforting breast. That's talking about a child will be nursed. Will be breastfeed. This is older times. A lot of people breastfeed will be satisfied in mother's breast, and God will provide mothers with milk. I mean, some of you have been mothers, and you know that your milk was plentiful, right? When you have children, right? And to some extent, it could be too plentiful to a degree of pain, right? And some of you remember that. And God create things very, differently than human beings think, right? It's actually in the very beginning, how God designed things. You would think that if God wants to conquer the world, He would create the most easy things for beings to duplicate and to just like no error duplicate and do their chore, become servant, almost like we do things for robots and AI these days, right? If we want to accomplish something, it's all mechanical, right? It's all problem solving, right? But no, God doesn't do the things that way. God creates male and females, the most two different things, beings, creatures, together, to work together, to butt heads, right? To have conflicts and to learn from each other, to grow from each other, and to go through the pain and difficulties. God created us very differently, and God created mothers to nurse and to nurture their children. Okay? A mother was built to nurse and nurture the children. And nowadays, human beings are very funny. We start to see that, hey, a father wearing a bag or something, that kind of thing happening, right? That's not what God designed. God actually just designed, mother can do a lot of things, including nursing and nurturing their children. Okay? And the needs of a child is always first for a mother. The needs of a child is always first for their mothers. Okay, this is Silicon Valley. I'm going to prove it to you by numbers, okay? Oops. Okay, this slides. So this is just thousands of people surveyed in Pew Research just came out, okay? This basically you want to see is that the dark blue, the fathers role do more and mothers do is a darker side. So the first one is like saying that mothers manage the schedules and activities of a child more than fathers by 78 to 54. So that means what? Even the activities and what happening to the child, what's needed to be taken care of, take them to piano lessons, soccer games, or go to school. Mothers do more, right? And then the second one is that mother provides comfort and emotional support to a child. You would think that, mothers do a lot more, right? The third thing, what is the third thing? The third role is discipling. Well, that's actually a little bit embarrassing for us brothers, right? The mothers do more discipling to their children than fathers. Okay? All right. Number 4 is even more embarrassing. Okay? Mothers do a lot more homework help than the fathers. Okay, the fathers reclaim some of the percentage on the 5th question is that changing the diapers. I think the fathers can do one thing pretty okay is changing the diapers, so we need to do more. Okay? But my point is, actually mothers spend a lot more attention to the children than the father. Okay? Maybe father do not notice that, but it is true. It is proven by numbers, right? So the first thing that we know that God gives mothers special love for their children in nursing, not only they have they can breastfeed, but they also do the nurturing, right? Every part of the needs that mothers do more in statistics, okay? Every situation can be a little bit different, but God created us for the mothers to nurture more than the fathers, okay? And we are obliged to that. And okay, so the second thing that mothers do more than fathers, or mother was given more love than fathers, in the expression of a mother. The next slide, the mother sacrifice and protect the child more. Okay? And God give them peace and strength. So somehow mother is a totally different creature. Okay? When it comes to mothering, protecting her child. I don't know about you. My last time actually I went to hiking and came back. I said, "Oh, this is very itchy here." Hey, I asked my lovely wife to take a look for me and say, "What is this?" And we open it up and say, "Oh, a little spider just hanging on to my body, won't let go." You know what did my lovely wife say? Want to guess? She said, "Ah!" She was so scared of spider, okay? She was so scared by spider. But you know what? I remember when last time when in a school is a boy bullying one of our children. She was like fearlessly confronting everybody to try to make things right. A mother would scream over a spider, scream over cockroaches, and or scream over any small insect. But you know what? They will kill a tiger. They will fend off a crocodile, right? You read that story. I actually show you one here. This lady from India just saved her child from tiger, true tiger, okay? And we actually heard one mother save her child from a crocodile in Florida, right? Why does mom have, scared of a spider can conquer her fear and fend off a bear? We heard a bear story before. All those huge animals and the danger, right? Because they seem to be more calm when their child in danger. You know why? Because they know for sure what they need to do. There's no question about what they do. They will throw themselves up and do anything to protect their children. They have peace in doing that. They have strength in doing that. And that's what this passage is talking about. God says, I will extend peace to her like a river. Okay? There's inner calmness knowing the mother's, I'm called to protect my child. I don't care if it's a tiger or lion or crocodile or buffalo, why not? Right? As long as it's not a spider, okay? Sometimes spiders, they don't even worry about. They would go over and just, somehow they are brave. They disregard their own lives. They will protect their children, okay? And this is what our God says here, that Jerusalem, the mother, means that actually the name of Jerusalem means that the city of peace. City of peace. It's a refuge for the children, right? It is a protection for the children. When you come to Jerusalem, you come to protection. You come to, in this case, a person who is willing to put her life under your life. When your life is in danger, she will spend all the effort to do it, and do it with peace and determination, right, and strength. They know what have to be done, and this is what God has given a mother, a special, not only nursing you, not only nurturing you, protecting you, okay, sacrifice for you. Okay, so the third thing is that God make mother accepting her children unconditionally and provide comfort for them. Now that's also very unusual, right? Accepting a person unconditionally, that is such a tall order, regardless who you are. Okay? Now today, if you may feel that you don't feel that you are very appreciated, right? But you know what? You always have one faithful fan, who is your mom. Okay? Your mom is your faithful fan. Maybe the expression is different. Maybe the expression is not perceived when you were young, but she is actually your fan, faithfully. Okay? She is actually your fan. And last week we talked about Jesus. Jesus is not ashamed of us, regardless who we are. Right? A mother is never, a mother hasn't never seen an ugly son. The son is always most handsome. The daughter is always most beautiful. A mother never saw an ugly child. right? It is her child. Right? She or he is beautiful, always. Right? Nobody is more beautiful than her child. Okay? And if something needs to be, helped out to make that child more beautiful, in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, talking about, if a part of the body that seems to be weaker or seems to be less presentable, the entire church will come and help. This is the same thing. A mother will see a child, and if you have 3-4 children, and one of them needs help here, the other one needs help there, and mother will see that, hey, I'm going to make them look good. I'm going to present them, present them beautifully. And I first thing is I have actually totally accepted my child unconditionally. And if my child is in setback, is in failure, is in need, I will do whatever to comfort my child. Okay? And I remember that when I was still a non-Christian, okay, that one of the main reasons is the witness of the Christian, the witnessing the love of God that kicked me, to the other side. I say, I believe. I want to believe. I want to believe a God because I know that, the love of God is something I don't have. And I so desire for that. And I was witnessed by a great mother. Okay? That great mother is, when I visited the household just have this kind of peace that I have never witnessed. I was like, grad students and very unsettled, right? Look for high achieving or trying to get one of the household, and that seems to be a very nice household. This is in Missouri, okay, and the father is a professor, and the mother seems to be a very loving. They have a lovely daughter, and they are so kind to the stranger like me. And then I found out in the back, there is her son, 17 years old, sitting on the table, drooling all over his face. And the mother would just lovingly go over and wipe out the drool and proudly introduce the son to me. Say, this is my son, okay? Whom I love. Okay? This is my son, whom I love. And I saw him dressed in clean shirts and dressed in nice pants. And then I think of this. Her son is 17 years old, and day in and day out, she serves him like such. The most handsome person, which is, he is definitely challenged. He cannot react too well to any interaction of a human being. But the mother loved him unconditionally. So that is the strength of the mother that God has given. Okay? God has given every mother. And God has given a mother to accept their children. And you think about it, in God's creation, things is not just mechanical, not just, numbers and not just equations. It is actually God's total heart to bring humanity to close to Him. That you are valued. You are treasured. Though you are sinful, I'm not ashamed of you. Though you are weak, I see you beautiful. I see your potential of your strength. This is how God designed it from the very beginning. And we need to visit that. We need to visit that time and time again, because that is good for you, good for our soul, good for the souls of our children, good for the souls of our parents, because it is God's will that bring all this sacrifice, all this unconditional love, all this tenderness, the provision, the nurture, the comfort to us. Lastly, I want to go to the next slides. There's another passage that's so striking. Verse 15 of Isaiah 49, the same prophets, God says that, can a mother forget a baby, the baby at her breast, and have no compassion on the child she has born? Though she might forget, I will not forget you. I mean, God has given mom a lot of love, a lot of strength. But you know what? Mothers are limited. Mothers are human beings. Mother can miss the mark. Mother can forget. Mother can sometimes bogged down by other things, and you don't feel that, the mother is paying full attention on you. Right? That is possible. I mean, we all wish that we have a perfect mother. But you know what? Wait until Father's Day, okay? Hold your breath, okay? But we all know that God's love is perfect. Okay? Mother may be imperfect, but God is perfect. Okay? Mother may be disappointing to you in certain areas, but God is there. Maybe mother's love is transient, short-lived, but God's love endures forever. Just imagine that you were created from very beginning of this world, up to today. We have a breath on earth, and for eternity, we are created for eternity, for forever. And God has loved us perfectly. Okay. So we celebrate mother's love. We do not put mothers in the pedestal and say, hey, this is the model that you should be. You should be a perfect model. No. Okay. Maybe we have some disappointment. Maybe we have, but we actually need to be appreciative for how much love that we receive from mother. Regardless how imperfect or how small that may be in your perception. But God says that, I pour out my love through the mothers. But even when the mothers forget and, incapable of loving you as you wanted, I love you. I provided for you. I nurse you. I nurture you. I comfort you. I protect you. Okay? So God's promise to be perfect mother for you is the main reason we celebrate Mother's Day today. And as well, we celebrate the love of mothers individually, and as a body of Christ, we celebrate that. Nurture, protect, comfort, love. Always put her heart and mind in you. We celebrate that. So we love you, mothers, for all the sacrifice and love that you have given us. And we actually see that how the youth actually has grown up. That is your trophies. That is your reward. Our children in our church grow up healthily. Okay? And mothers, you are doing a great job, and you continue to do it in God's love. And we celebrate God's love, and we celebrate your love. Okay? And for the mothers to be, and for whoever, that you celebrate your mother, that who has given you all the sacrifice and love this is the day that we sing songs to God, we sing and celebrate. Let us pray.